All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. You hear those juicy topics we love to unpack. Well, today we're talking secrets.
Ooh, secret.
We're going to dive deep into an article literally called Secrets to Keep in a Relationship.
Wow, someone went there, huh?
Someone did, and it's pretty insightful. So get ready, because we're going to figure this whole secret thing out together.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay, so first up, the article talks about past loves, past crushes, flings, those ghosts of relationships past.
Yeah, those good. So the question is, do we really need to tell our partners about every single person we've ever had a crush on?
Right, like is that really necessary information, or is it just going to cause unnecessary drama?
Well, think about it. Bringing up past crushes often leads to comparisons. And honestly, who needs that?
Nobody. Comparisons can make your partner feel insecure, like they're not enough.
Exactly. And the thing is, everyone has a past. Those experiences helped shape who we are today, but they don't define us.
So true. It's like those past crushes, they're part of our story, but they don't have to be a part of our current relationship.
Right. It's about focusing on the amazing connection you have now, not dwelling on the past.
Okay, so next up, negative opinions about family and friends. This one is so relatable.
Oh yeah, we all have those moments.
Right, because sometimes you just got to vent about your partner's mom or that one friend who always gets on your nerves.
I hear you. But it's tricky because you don't want to be disrespectful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So where's the line between venting and just being straight up negative?
Well, it's healthy to have your own opinions, even if you don't always agree with your partner's loved ones.
True. But there's a difference between venting to a trusted friend outside of the relationship and constantly criticizing your partner's family to their face.
Yeah, that's a good distinction to make. It's about being mindful of how your words impact your partner.
And their relationships.
Right.
Because those relationships are important to them.
Exactly. So if it's something that directly impacts your relationship, like maybe a family member is causing problems, then an honest conversation with your partner is important.
But if it's just a personality quirk that you don't love.
Maybe try to focus on the positives.
Okay, this next one is interesting. White lies to protect feelings. Like praising your partner's cooking, even when it's...
It's questionable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Questionable. So is that ever...
It's a tough one, but I think it comes down to intention. A white lie shouldn't be used to manipulate or deceive.
Right, it's not about being fake.
Exactly. It's more like kind honesty. Sometimes a little fib about something insignificant can actually help preserve harmony.
Like saving your partner's feelings from being hurt.
Right. It's about picking your battles. If your partner burns dinner but put a lot of effort into it.
You focus on the effort.
Exactly. You say something like, wow, honey, you really put your heart into this. And I appreciate that.
Okay, so now let's talk about the elephant in the room, fantasies. The article suggests keeping those involving other people to ourselves. Why is that so important?
Well, fantasies are a very private, internal world. Sharing them with your partner, especially those involving other people, can be really hurtful.
It's like you're saying they're not enough.
Exactly. It can create feelings of jealousy, inadequacy, insecurity.
And that can really damage the relationship.
Right. The focus should always be on nurturing intimacy and desire within your relationship.
With your actual partner.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Not with other people.
Exactly.
Okay, this next one is all about surprises. And I am all about surprises, so I totally get this.
Me too. Surprises are the best.
But the article says it's important to keep those surprises under wraps. Why is that?
Well, think about it. Who wants a spoiled surprise?
Nobody.
Right? It's about more than just the gift. It's about respecting the thoughtfulness and effort your partner put into creating that special moment.
So if you accidentally stumble upon a gift or reveal a surprise, you're not just ruining the fun.
You're kind of disrespecting their effort.
And the specialness of the occasion.
Exactly.
Okay, next up, relationship insecurities. We all have them, right?
Oh, yeah, those little nagging doubts.
But the article says it's best to avoid voicing every fleeting doubt. Why is that?
Well, it's natural to have moments of insecurity, but if you're constantly voicing every single one.
It can create a lot of anxiety.
Yeah. And tension in the relationship.
And it can make your partner feel like you don't trust them.
Exactly. So unless an insecurity is really impacting the relationship, it's often better to work through those thoughts internally.
Or talk to a trusted friend outside of the relationship.
Right. Someone who can offer an objective perspective.
Okay, this next one feels like a no-brainer. Things told in confidence.
Yeah.
Especially by family or friends.
This is about loyalty.
Big time. If someone trusts you with a secret, you have a responsibility to honor that trust.
Absolutely. Breaking that trust can have serious consequences.
You could damage your relationship with your partner.
And you could hurt the person who confided in you.
So it's not worth the risk.
Not at all.
Okay, the article also talks about past mistakes that don't affect the present. Like, do we really need to bring up every single thing from our past?
It depends. While you don't need to burden your partner with every single misstep.
Right. It's like that time in college.
Exactly. Sometimes being transparent about significant events that shape who you are can foster deeper intimacy.
It's about being authentic.
Right. Letting your partner see you fully.
Even the parts you might not be proud of.
Exactly.
Okay, let's end on a lighter note. The article mentions those little quirks we all learn to love or maybe just tolerate in our partners, like snoring.
Oh, yeah, those little things that drive you crazy.
But the article says it's important to choose your battles.
Exactly. Constantly pointing out minor flaws can be really damaging to your partner's self-esteem.
And it creates negativity in the relationship.
Right. So focus on communicating about the things that truly impact your happiness and compatibility.
And if the snoring gets too bad...
Earplugs are your friend.
Okay, last but not least, those little splurges we make. A new pair of shoes. A fancy coffee. To tell or not to tell.
Well, financial transparency is super important in a relationship, especially when it comes to shared finances and big purchases.
Right, like buying a car.
Exactly. But those small independent purchases that don't affect your budget,
Like a new book.
exactly. Those are usually not worth creating conflict over. It's about having a little freedom.
And a sense of individuality within the relationship.
Exactly.
So after diving deep into all these secrets, what's the main takeaway?
I think it's this honesty is super important in a relationship, but knowing what to share and what to keep private is equally important.
It's a balance.
Yes, it's a dance between intimacy and individuality.
I love that.
Yeah.
So listeners, what are your boundaries around secrets in a relationship?
What feels right for you to keep private?
And what feels essential to share?
Think about it.
It's food for thought. That's all for today's deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.